Hello ladies and gentlemen, Keaton here and welcome to Nuclear Throne update number 39. For those of you who do not know, this is the one time a week where we here at Tengu Drop take a look at the latest Nuclear Throne update, grab that changelog, put it into video format for your viewing pleasure, and show you as much as possible. With that said, before we head into update number 39, let's take a quick look back at what happened in update number 38. Update number 38 focused heavily on balancing, but managed to bring with it a new weapon in the form of the lightning hammer. Changes made to update number 38 include a change to Fish's roll ability. Harvard was given the rusty revolver as a starting weapon, a mutation and a couple of weapons were tweaked, and some fixes were made to co-op. As always, if you would like a more in-depth look at update number 38, or you want to see the lightning hammer in action, be sure to head over to last week's video for all that and a link to the full changelog for update number 38. Now that we're caught up on update number 38, let's check out update number 39. Update number 39 is much smaller by comparison to previous updates, but packs one of the larger punches in terms of new additions to the game since the Throne. Coincidentally enough, the main attraction this week is a new boss players will encounter after defeating the Throne. Yes, players skilled enough to reach the palace and defeat the Throne now have a new obstacle to overcome if they want to properly loop the game. After defeating the Throne in the palace, players are whisked away through a portal as usual, but in this is not even my true form fashion, the Throne returns in a second round in a very familiar location. This night fight in what is essentially the main menu of the game starts with a round of IDPD. Once eliminated, a new form of the Throne spawns, this time carried by black tentacles. The pattern for the Throne here is fairly basic. It'll fly around the level emitting large orbs that break off into smaller orbs, which is very reminiscent of the previous Throne fight. Vlambeer note that this boss is still very much a work in progress, so expect this new variation of the Throne to learn some new tricks in the future. Although not as scary and intimidating as the new Throne form, the second addition made to the game this week is arguably one of the more fashionable. Rebel has been given a new bee skin this week, ditching the fantastic scarf for a fashionable coat with white fur trimming. But that's not all. When in the Frozen City, Rebel will have her hood up, shielding her head from the cold. This marks the first time in the game's history where a character's skin will vary depending on location. Now that we've covered the new additions for the week, let's quickly look at the fixes and changes for the week. This week, the Dog Guardians have had their HP lowered and now drop health and ammo on death. Assassins were tweaked slightly and now attack a millisecond quicker than they did last week. And a couple of fixes were made to the music, including a return of the main menu music. Portal and chicken bugs were also fixed, and new tips were added. The balances this week weren't plentiful, but if you'd like a more exact look at what was changed or fixed this week, be sure to check out the full changelog, which can be found in the description below. Now that we're caught up on the latest changes for the game, let's look at the community. Last week, Steam user Solid presented the community with the Kitty Thief Challenge, a Young Venus-based challenge won by Steam user Def. This week, Solid presents the Bad Luck Challenge, a distance-based challenge requiring players to use either Melting Crystal Plant or Rebel, and picking only a handful of mutations, weapons, and crowns. For more information, be sure to check out the link to the challenge in the description below listed under Community Link Dump. Speaking of challenges, other Steam users have been presenting the Nuclear Throne community with their own challenges, so players looking to broaden their challenge experience should head over to the Nuclear Throne Steam forums to learn more. Then head over to the Nuclear Throne wiki to brush up on your Nuclear Throne knowledge. This week seems to have been slower for Nuclear Throne fan work, so we'll take this time to ask, if you're a Nuclear Throne artist, we want to feature your work in these updates. Share your artwork with us by tweeting us on Twitter at Tengu Drop. And that will do it for this week's look at Nuclear Throne update number 39. The new Throne battle is interesting, and hopefully some lore behind the mysterious tentacle surfaces soon. Ditching Rebel's scarf, arguably her visual defining factor, is an interesting choice, and seeing that her skin alternates to a different state in the Frozen City is pretty cool. We can only hope that this expands to other characters in the future. While Vlambeer note that a lot of fixes to the music were made, the two music bugs I noted last week are still present this week. To summarize, if a player quick resets to the desert level, the music stops until the player dies, goes through a portal, or quick restarts again. And if a portal exists and a player quick restarts, the portal sound is active until the player dies, goes through the portal, or quick restarts again. None of these bugs are game-breaking, however. This week was void of much information, but it was noted that the Linux build of the game would not be released this week. But next week's build will be available to all, including Linux. if you haven't already purchased Nuclear Throne and want to learn more about it, be sure to check out nuclearthrone.com. You can also subscribe to Vlambeer's Twitch channel where they live stream the development of this game every Tuesday and Thursday. Subscribing gives you access to Nuclear Throne emoticons used on twitch.tv, as well as a Steam copy of the game. And of course, we here at Tengu Drop do our best to cover the latest Nuclear Throne update every weekend, and we also do Nuclear Throne playthroughs every Thursday, so be sure to check back often or just subscribe to the channel. As always, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the latest additions and changes made to the game, so be sure to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, hope it was informative, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!